All right, hiya plastic people. Tonight we're going to unbox the H2D from Bambu Lab. I did get the laser version with the 10-watt laser kit. This came in a separate box. I also got the vision encoder plate, and again, this came in a separate box as well. So we'll get these unboxed tonight. So we'll start with the printer. It's just got these plastic clips on either side that hold the big box on. And we'll get the big box off and actually get into where the printer's at. So get this off. Okay, there is a big piece of foam in the bottom of the box here, or the top of the box. Keep everything safe. We have full combo quick start guide. All right, what do we have? A big box here. Supply box, it says. So this has got leather, some dog tags, a brush. This will be some of the laser media so that you can engrave those little dog tags. Looks like our laser platform, and these will be the pieces that go inside it. Keep everything off. Some wood for the laser, as well as a strong grip. This will be for, not sure if that's the laser or the cutter. Probably the cutter. A strong and a light grip side. So that'll be for the cutter for vinyl and such. Put this stuff back in real quick. We'll get to using it a little later. Piece of foam for protecting the top. Remove tape. And there are 4 of them, 2 on either side. And then this should just lift off. There we go. It is a big printer. Plenty of bubble wrap. This is probably going to go in the closet here to my right, where my 350 Voron is. The only real spot I'm going to have, I think, to put the thing, unless I decide to put it out in the garage due to the laser. We'll see how often I use the laser. All right, that's not the kind of peel people like, though. All right, looks like should just come out of there. Might not be the easiest thing to set down and pick her up and move around, but let's see. There we go. All right. At least there are some handholds right underneath. Make it pretty easy. Again, foam and a nice heavy cardboard bottom. They do say, of course, to keep that packaging for in case you need to RMA anything. Got some nice peels to do. Hopefully there's one for the front. All right. Tape the AMS. It should be inside it like it was with the carbon. And the P1S. This, I think, is also the build plate. No, it's the top glass in this box here. You want to call it a box? There we go. So that'll be the top glass to go on top of there. sets right on top. Still has stuff inside, so it's not going to fit flush quite yet. So we've got more foam holding things in. All right, if I can keep from knocking the camera over. I had to set it in the hallway on an old nightstand just because there was no real room as big as this is to get it on the inside. Get this tape peeled here. Then we can peel off the plastic from the front door. And I'm sure you can see the green tint for the laser version of the door here. Keeps it, protects you from the laser. I have a box here surrounded by foam. Accessory box. So more swatches, the cutting module, all your tools, the emergency stop button for the laser, power cord, the accessory cord for the AMS. I've already got a pack of swatches. I don't know what I'll do with these. Sure, I can figure something out. Pens, markers for the plotter, I would guess. And the emergency stop button, like I said, for the laser. Your cutting module for vinyl cutting. I believe this might be the spool holder. That's what it looks like. And that's everything in that box. I would say it's a good thing that recycle's running tomorrow, but don't want to put that stuff in the recycle just yet, since we have we want to hold on to it for the time being. All right, let's see how this comes out of here. There is, of course, the AMS. It is in. I see some screws that have to be undone. See if they gave us the tool in the toolbox. Nice little tray here to hold everything. Rubber screws for chamber exhaust fan, weeding tool, fine blades, laser homing axis marker. Looks like extra hot end. Don't know if it comes with 3 or only 1 installed, but we'll find out in a minute. See if this is the right one. Looks like it. Nope, maybe not. Definitely this one. Do see a few, well, I do see 2 hot ends installed, so we get a spare hot end. That's nice. I do see a few straps that need to be cut. Probably should have read the manual when I pulled it out, but let's see what we've got here. I do see there's a couple of screws inside here to undo. I will say it is well packed. Should not have been much shifting, if at all, due to how well this is packed and screwed down inside here. And I see more foam as well to protect everything. I do see a textured build plate. I sure hope I don't have to pack it back up because I'm never going to remember how this all goes. These are a little different hex screws than what came with my A1. All right, there is that one. And there's these two screws here, and then there's two down below that hold this plastic piece in. So we'll get the AMS out first, and then we'll be able to get to those two screws. I will probably, I don't know if I'll do it in this video, probably not, since it's not going to be in its home yet, but I'll probably do a full setup video as well in real time so you can see how quickly it sets up. So there's our AMS, your normal little locking clip, and it opens up. Vent for the laser. Vent for the laser. This should be the one that attaches to the back of the printer. More cardboard packing. Two desiccant packs, which they need to be removed. Some extra PTFE tubes. So remove tape and outer package of desiccant. So your desiccant packs. Of course, this is the AMS2, so this will have the heating as well to keep your filaments dry. Out of space to put it on the table, really. All right, so we had more foam. More foam back here. Let's get that out. I'm seeing more screws and some tape back here. Looks like just the two screws, no, 4 screws on this piece here. So there's 2 more in the back that are hiding from us. I do not remember how much they said this thing weighs outside the packing, but my table says 80 pounds max. So with the packing, it was definitely over that. It's a lot of packing and a lot of other stuff in here, so I expect that we're probably at or maybe slightly below it now. That's why I've got it also all the way to one side there, so I'm on those legs. And I think this is double-sided. This is double-sided textured PEI and not the smooth on the other side. All right, and these screws had Loctite on them as well. I watched Adam with Vector 3D. I watched his teardown of the machine last night, and they used a lot of red Loctite, it seemed. All right, so that is textured on both sides. Does have locating in the back. And then we've got locks on all 3 Z-axis screws and rods. Get these front 2. There are, looks like 1 screw on the front each, and then 2 in the back. Little foam blocks on at least the front of it. They are marked with "Please remove this foam." So that's a good thing. Some of these are a little tighter to get access to. It looks like those two in the back. I'm gonna have to pick up and move this around. Maybe I should grab my other one out of the drawer and try that. I do believe that's a 2mm. Yeah, 2mm. That's a lot easier than trying to twirl that Allen key. And I'm sure it'll be much easier back here where these plastic pieces are kind of in the way. And you can hear that as I'm turning the driver, it's bumping that plastic piece. And back in the back corner, there's a little sticker up here that says "How to feed TPU." It might come in handy. I do have some TPU. All right, and there are pretty big foam pieces here on the bottom. Let's see if I can bend them to get them out of here. There we go. A little tight, but they're out. All right. Please remove this foam here. And it is in there really tight. Let's snip the ties. Maybe I'll be able to move this hot end out of the way. And then I can get that foam out of the way once the hot end's out. There we go. All right, that little rubber cover here that was turned around. All right, there we go. Now we can get this foam out. And then I see some more plastic pieces here to pull off. I'm not sure what they're for, so we may need to look at the quick start guide. I got some grease on my hands from the, there we go, screws as I was trying to undo things. I do not see anything else in here. Okay, so that's normal. That's just the side pieces where the cutters go. So when this moves all the way back, I don't think you can see it. See if this light helps. Probably not, but as this moves back here on the sides, on either side is the piece that'll pop out for the cutters. So when it moves back, they move into place, and then when it moves out of the way, they just fold out of the way. I know there's some more, I think there's some more stuff that's got to be done prior to powering it on, but let's close that. We'll take our power cord and we'll plug it in and make sure it powers up with no errors. If that happens, then I guess I will shut it down and be ready to move it into place. I've got to shut down the 2.4 as well and move it out of the way. But this looks like it'll work. On the back here is the safety key for the laser. And another 2 millimeter screw back here. It says remove before use. And it's got a little rubber nubbins on it to keep it so you can pull it out. Make sure there's not any other screws. I do not see any. Let's see what the key, there's a little hole back here with an electronic plug on it. So the key just looks like it probably just shorts out a couple of pins. And it'll go into this hole. I probably will never take it out, but it's nice to know you've got that safety. This is a much shorter power cable than I was expecting it to be. And power it on. So let's see what we get. I see Bambu Lab. I'm gonna have to print out some poop chute guides so that it comes off to the side instead of out the back. All right, there we go. Do English. Next. I am North America. Next. We're going to go ahead and do my Wi-Fi. You just have to block it so you guys can't see what I type. Let's see if it connects. I do have the newest Bambu Studio on my gaming laptop and my desktop. I'll have to put it on my recording streaming laptop as well. Next, I can scan that. Bambu Handy app, someplace in here. I never used it on the phone, so it might not even have it. Yeah, I do. Okay. Not signed in. All right, well that's gonna have to be done later because I don't have it on me. Remove the 4 screws in red. Those are removed, right? Yes. Next. So it says total time of 31 minutes. To go through this, I want to do this when it's in place, not while it's sitting on a wobbly table. So I will do that here in a bit. I'll get it mounted in the right space or move to the right space and then post another video with the calibration and startup. So keep an eye out for that. Might even be the same day or shortly after, maybe the next, depends on how quickly I get these edited and uploaded. But that was a real quick unboxing for the printer to show you guys how quick and easy that was. Don't even know for sure. Looks like about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, even with me babbling on. So not a bad timing. So keep an eye out for the real-time setup so we can see that. From there to, I might even get the print set up so that we can do real-time out-of-box setup into the print. We'll see how that goes when I get to it. Might be a couple days, might be pretty quick. But thanks everybody for watching. and we'll see you in the next one.